Hey, what's good? I'm Brian Sampson from Dunking with Wolves coming at you with another episode of Brian's Breakdown. Today I'm going to take a look at the Minnesota Timberwolves victory over the New Orleans Pelicans, where Minnesota is able to rebound after a poor fourth quarter performance against the Wizards last night. So in particular, I'm going to take a look at one inbound set that the Timberwolves ran to perfection, that alley-oop from Tyus Jones to Jimmy Butler where he just threw it down over the defense off the back door, and then also one of their transition opportunities that led to another Jimmy Butler dunk. I'm going to really break down exactly what happened on these plays and take a look at some of the simpler things that sometimes get overlooked, but they're really keys to making these plays effective. Well, without further ado, let's dive in. To start out this episode, let's take a look at one of the Minnesota Timberwolves sideline out of bounds plays. A lot of the times they start out in this stacked formation, which is good because it gives them a lot of different options to run. I'll break down the play in full detail here shortly, but the basics of the play is it's an elevator type screen that transitions seamlessly into a pick and roll between Crawford and Zhang, and Crawford's able to pull up and hit the elbow jumper. It starts out here with Crawford, Jones, Gibson, and Zhang all lined up in a stacked formation, and the way that they are in order is intentional from the get. To start this play, Crawford is going to slowly slither his way down the line, and he's going to loop right around Zhang as close and as tight as he can to his shoulder. As soon as Crawford gets to the end of the line, Tyus Jones is going to follow in his footsteps, except for he's going to loop all the way around to the other end of the floor, and he's going to hit the wing up high. This spacing is absolutely crucial as it will open up the floor for the rest of the play to come. As soon as Tyus then loops through, Zhang is going to open up the screen by taking a step towards the baseline, allowing Crawford to sneak in between him and Gibson. Once Crawford receives this pass, if it's done properly and if there's enough room, he could pull the shot from there. Also notice how Dante Cunningham starts this play by guarding Zhang, but he quickly recognizes what's going on and he tries to stick with Crawford going through the screen. However, Taj Gibson does a great job of picking him up and screening Dante Cunningham. Crawford realizes he doesn't have enough room to catch and shoot, and so it transitions seamlessly into that pick and roll action. Because Cunningham is caught up on the screen, and because DeMarcus Cousins is way down low helping out on the Tyus Jones action, it leaves Crawford all the room in the world to come off the screen and hit that elbow jumper that he loves so much. Next, let's take a look at this sweet backdoor play that allowed Jimmy Butler to throw it down for the yam. Moving at super turtle speed, notice how the formation the Timberwolves get set up in is the horns action. Tyus Jones can choose to go either way, and this time he's going to go towards Karl Anthony Towns, who sets the ball screen. Once he does that, Towns is going to pop to the three-point line, and Taj Gibson is going to roll to the near block. Because of the spacing, check out this wide open lane, which is ideal for any set. Really, Tyus Jones is like a kid in a candy store as all three of his primary options are open. He can pop it back out to Towns for three, he could throw a nice bounce pass to Taj Gibson for a layup on the strong block, or, he could throw this dope alley-oop here to Jimmy Butler. Butler does a great job of recognizing his man's not paying attention. It's hard to see here, so cameraman, can you zoom in a little bit? Perfect, there you go. You can see that Butler's defender's head is turned and watching the ball, and he's lost all sight of Jimmy. Tyus really shows his basketball IQ here and how it's off the charts. It's amazing how he sees one step ahead of everything and is able to hit Butler before it even truly opens up with an amazing, did I say amazing? Because I meant amazing pass. Finally, let's take a look at this Jimmy Butler dunk in transition that comes off a steal by Tyus Jones. It may seem like your typical run-of-the-mill fast break, but there are a couple of things that really stand out for me that I think we should pay attention to. It all starts when Tyus Jones gets the steal right here, and Tyus, Jimmy Butler on top, and Andrew Wiggins on the bottom are going to be your three primary guys who take off on this fast break. Sometimes what will happen is players will take off directly down the court in straight lines, which really congests the passing lanes and makes it easier for one defender to guard multiple players. Fortunately on this play, Andrew Wiggins gets some depth on his cut, which is what you're taught to do at every level. You're taught to really get out wide and open up those passing lanes and make the defender have to guard more space in the open floor. And that's exactly what Wiggins does. You can see how wide he is here when he catches a pass, and that makes the defender have to come out even farther to guard him, which gives Jimmy Butler an easier lane to the back door and for the slam. Now let's take a look at the passes that the Timberwolves make and how quick and crisp they are. I pointed this out in a previous video about Tyus Jones, and again, he does a great job of starting the break. He takes one dribble here before making a bounce pass up ahead to Andrew Wiggins. And as soon as Wiggins catches the ball, he quickly throws it ahead to Jimmy Butler. This keeps the defense on their heels the whole time as they never know what's coming. This is perfect execution of a 3-on-1 fast break, as you never want the ball to hit the floor. You quickly want to whip it around instead of one guy carrying the ball the whole way up the floor. Well, I hope that was helpful in helping you guys understand some of the smaller nuances that go into the game of basketball and why some of those small details are so important to having success, especially at the high level of the NBA. Minnesota has another game Friday night against Oklahoma City Thunder, which is a huge divisional matchup. Hopefully the Timberwolves can keep their hot streak going against the Thunder this season. Until that time, I hope you guys tune in after the game, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video the old thumbs up, and you can follow me on Twitter at Brian Sampson NBA. I hope to see you guys next time.